Whether you're an experienced driver or a nervous newbie, there's some roads in the world that are just plain dangerous. From winding mountain passes to roads with no guardrails, these dangerous roads are not for the faint of heart. So if you're looking for a little thrill, watch on to learn about the most dangerous roads in the world. So without further ado, let's get started. At number 1 is the Atlantic Ocean Road in Norway. Many places in Norway, such as the Atlantic Ocean Road, offer stunning views. There are parts of this road that are very safe to travel on, but there are other parts that are really dangerous. The longest and deadliest section of the road is 5.2 miles or 8 kilometers long. It travels from Uthim on Avery to the mainland via an archipelago in the Mreg, Amstel County. This road is hazardous because of the water and its angle. Nearly 300 meters of the bridge rise at an awkward angle. The bridge's curvature form a wind tunnel in the winter. Additionally, the ocean batters this area of land. Your life could be a danger if you're unlucky and decide to proceed through a storm while driving. For comparison, that section of the road experienced at least a dozen storms merely during construction in 1983. The risk is therefore not negligible. At number 2 is the Skipper's Canyon Road, New Zealand. The 16.5-mile route, which is in the southwest of New Zealand, was manually dug by miners more than 140 years ago. Even your auto insurance won't be honored if you drive on the road because it is so hazardous. Don't forget your camera. The drive is absolutely worthwhile because it offers some of the most breathtaking photo opportunities. It is made of gravel and relatively narrow, despite being incredibly scenic. The Skipper's Canyon will put your driving skills to the test with its winding, narrow roads, high elevations, steep grades, and twisting hairpin turns. When taking on this one, it's crucial to be ready due to its unusual and distant location, as well as the poor road conditions. At number 3 is the Dalton Highway in Alaska. From Deadhorse to the Elliott Highway, the Dalton Highway or Dalton Pass is 414 miles or 666 kilometers long. Even though the road is hazardous, trucks that are traveling to or from the Prado Bay oil fields frequently use it. This road has a lot of hazards. To begin with, being in Alaska exposes it to the potential avalanches and chilly, strong winds that might occur there. The course also features difficult terrain and low side. Additionally, the pavement is not all the way through. In addition to being hazardous, this road is also distant from any medical facilities, eateries, or petrol stations, making even a minor accident potentially fatal. If you were stuck without supplies, you might easily die of starvation. How far does the stretch go without any resources or stops? 240 miles. At number 4 is the North YUNGAS Road, Bolivia. Around 300 persons are thought to perish every year in crashes involving buses, lorries, and other vehicles. Today, one of the most well-liked pastimes for travelers is cycling along this road. It has no guardrails and is just wide enough for one vehicle, putting you at risk of falls of up to 2,000 feet. The situation is made worse by meteorological conditions like fog, dust clouds, rain, and reduced visibility due to mudslides and waterfalls. The North YUNGAS route, also referred to as the Death Road, was declared the most perilous road in the world. The good news is that a new route has been constructed, and as a result, it no longer has the title of most dangerous road in the world. At number 5 is the Guoliang Tunnel Road in China. It seems commendable to build a route to a village that had been virtually inaccessible before. But the next Guoliang Tunnel Road, which leads to the town of Guoliang, is likewise extremely risky. It took 5 years and a lot of explosives to build the road, making the construction process hazardous. The design of this route contributes to some of its risk. Its structural soundness is unknown. That is alarming considering that it is only 3.5 meters broad and 600 meters tall at its greatest point. Its height is only 5.4 meters. This suggests to some that 2 cars can just about pass one another. The length of the road is 0.75 miles. In addition to concerns regarding the area's structural integrity, there's a chance of natural problems. Neither lights nor barriers are present. The area has several ditches and is prone to rockfalls. Mudslides, intense fog, and other hazardous conditions are also common in this region. At number 6 is the Siberian Road to Yakutsk. Straight through Siberia is this unpaved Russian highway. Wintertime low temperatures make it impossible to wear glasses since the metal will stick to your face. Along the route, there are many different types of terrain to navigate, including mountains, woods, and deserts. The worst driving conditions occur in the summer when the frozen road changes to mud. The road becomes a mud bog in July and August, engulfing cars. There is no alternative for drivers because it is the sole highway that leads to Yakutsk. Because the road is remote, it's important to have survival gear with you in case you are stranded. Fun fact, this road is the only place outside of Antarctica where a temperature below 0 degrees Fahrenheit has ever been recorded. At number 7 is the Ferry Meadows Road, Pakistan. If you've been paying attention up to this point, you may have realized that there are no guardrails on Ferry Meadows Road, which is 10 miles long and rises to a height of 3,300 meters above sea level. The route wasn't maintained after it was dug out by natives hundreds of years ago. It begins at the Karakoram Highway and concludes in the Tata settlement. This dangerous trail, which is only a 4x4 width over a span of 6 punishing, uneven kilometers, has taken many lives. The Ferry Meadows toll is raising money to pay for eventual resurfacing maintenance, but for the time being, it's still one of the craziest, riskiest roads in the world. At number 8 is the Killar to Pangi Road in India, through the mountainous region of Kishtwar in northern India. This route extends for 70 miles or 113 kilometers. Numerous deaths have been documented, and experts predict that there have been many more. This route is dangerous for a variety of reasons, just like many of the other fatal roads on this list. The cliffs are among the most treacherous highway's steepest first obstacles. There are significant fall of above 2,500 meters. No guardrails or obstacles are there to prevent falls. The ground is also unstable, and there are several rocky overhangs. This road's structural integrity, as it was built by the villagers, is an issue, much as the Guoliang Tunnel Road. And to make matters worse, it hasn't had many repairs since it was built hundreds of years ago. Only one car can travel at a time on this narrow third route. Mudslides and limited visibility are hazards in the winter. The route is therefore only officially open during the summer. At number 9 is the Austrian Road, Kazakhstan, a highway connecting Kazakhstan and Austria. Think again. The Austro-Hungarian prisoners of war who built this 37-mile road between 1915 and 1917 are honored by the road's name. The route in eastern Kazakhstan leads motorists from the 990-meter-high Bukhtarma Valley up to the 2,137-meter-high Yakutsk Pass. The rocky path, carved out with picks and shovels, meanders through a park and provides breathtaking views of the Karakoram River. But be careful not to stare out the window for too long. Deteriorating bridges frequently render the trip impassable. To avoid potentially fatal landslides, which have been known to occur with little to no warning, make cautious to check the weather forecast before you attempt to drive if all crossings are still intact. At number 10 is the Zoji Pass, India. Now look aside, vertigo sufferers. 3,528 meters above sea level in the Himalayas, it's the Zoji Pass, or Zoji Pass as it is often known. A one-lane path that follows some of the tallest mountains in the world connects the residents of Ladakh with the Kashmir Valley. The Border Roads organization in the area needs up to 2 months to clear Zoji, which is frequently buried in snow that can be anywhere from 15 to 24 meters deep. 350 individuals had to be rescued from a snowy road in 2009 despite clearing attempts. This was due to the amount of snow that had fallen. And to make matters worse, in 2012, 11 tourists perished when their car slid off the pass without any barriers and into a narrow canyon. In conclusion, the 10 most dangerous roads in the world are all incredibly dangerous and should only be attempted by experienced drivers. No matter where you are, always be aware of your surroundings and use caution when driving.